Hello guys, my name is Kunal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe my channel and hit that particular bell icon so that once I uploaded the video, you can get the notification. So let's get just started with the today's topic. Today's topic is data type in Python. So there are number of data types are present in Python. Number, string, boolean, list, tuple, set, and dictionary. We will see all these data types in this particular video, and I will create separate video for set and dictionary for their operation. I will introduce set and dictionary data types in this particular video, but we can use multiple operation on this particular data type. That particular data types, that particular operation I cannot cover in this video because video might very long, so that's why I have to divide it into 2 3 videos. So the operation which we can perform on the set and dictionary we will see in the different video. So here you can see I have defined the number. So a is equal to 10, and then I have printed the type of a. So here you can see the type of a is int. So I will run this particular cell and then again I will run this particular cell. So here you can see integer type of that particular variable, and type we can use to check the data type of that particular variable. Then again we can use a is equal to 2.5, and then I can use type method to check the type of that particular variable. So here you can see float. So, and there is a third number type of data type is present in Python is complex number. So the complex data type you might have seen in your 9th or 10th maths, because we have used their complex number. But in future, we will never use this complex number data type, but yeah, it is present in Python. So this is an complex number data type. If you want to print the type of that particular variable, you can use type method. So here you can see the class complex. Then string. So the second data type is strings. Strings is nothing but an Unicode of characters, and then it can be enclosed in double quote or it can be enclosed in single quote. And then you can say if you want to declare the multi-line strings or you want to declare the paragraph, you can use the triple quotes. And this particular string supports the indexing. The strings are present in the other language, C++ or in Java. They did not support this indexing, but Python supports the indexing. So I will explain what is the meaning of indexing. So here I have declared one string, then I have printed that particular string, and then if I want to print the first character of that particular string, then I will use new string and bracket 0. So here you can see the first character of that particular string. If you want to calculate the length of that particular string, we can use len function, and then here you can see the length of the length of that particular string. It is 33. If we want to print the last character of the string, then we have to give like new string, length of the new string and -1. So it will print the last character of the string, because indexing is start from the you can say from the 0. So what is the meaning of indexing? I will just correct this uh, annotation. Yeah. So here you can see this the index for this D is 0. Then for this A will be 1. Okay. Then for this T will be 2. Then for this A will be 4. For this space it will be 4. Like that, the for L will be 33. So the indexing start from the 0. That is the basic you can say rule. So in that way, by using this index, we can access the character which are present in that particular string. Okay, I will remove all the annotations. Clear all rights. Yeah. Then in interview, interview might can ask that, can you check string is palindrome or not? So this type of interview question will not ask to the, you can say, experienced folks, but this interviews question can ask to fresher. So how you can check the string is palindrome or not? First of all, what is a palindrome string? So here I have declared one string, temp ABC and CBA. If you reverse this particular string, then the string is also same as a original string. So those type of string we will call them as a palindrome string. So here I have declared that particular palindrome string, and then we can use indexing to reverse this particular string. So how we will first we will understand the indexing. So here I have given the index 0, then colon, and then 5. So what is the meaning of this? So first start from this, you can say, uh, 0, and then come to the 5 places. So it will be 1, then it will be 2, and it will be 3, then it will be 4, and this A will be 5. So A is 5, but this A is not printed over here. Here you can say A, B, C, C, B. So the fifth character will be excluded. If you given the range 0 to 5, it will be print the, or it will be written the string from 0 to 4th position. It will exclude the last character. So I will remove. So okay, clear all right. Yeah. So that is the thing. Then if you want to print the first, you can say first 4 characters. I want to print A, C, B, C. So how will you give that? So temp, and then 0 to 4. So here you can say that I have printed the first 4 character A, B, A, C, B, C. So that is the power of string in the Python. You can index that particular string. And then if you want to reverse, now if you want to print the character from the last, so you will use -1 and then 1. So here you can see all the character from the this position CB to BA. So this also you can give, means iterate the character till -1. So last position is not printed. Only the here you can say CBCA. 1 is nothing but an C, and -1 is nothing but an A. So A -1 A is not printed. So A is not printed because we have given the -1, and it will be excluded that particular character. So it is printed only CB and CB. Now, if you want to reverse, so if you want to reverse the character, so you will use temp and then colon and then -1. This particular thing, it will reverse that particular string. And here you can see the reverse strings is also like a original string. So this indexing you will see in future chapter more frequently. So in the list we will cover all these indexing things. But yeah, so here you can just see that if we give like -1 colon -1, the string will be reversed. The same thing we can apply to the list data type as well. If we want to reverse the list, then also we can use this type of particular operation or indexing. So we will cover list indexing in detail In that you will understand this indexing overview. I have just given one small example to understand the power of indexing. And then I have used over here if and else statement. If temp -1 is equal to temp, then print string is palindrome. Means if it is like original string, then it is palindrome. If it is not equal to, then it will print as a, it is not as a palindrome. So I will run. So here you can see string is not palindrome. So why string is not palindrome? ABC. Yeah, right. So string is not palindrome because here I have given the ABC. Okay. So now if I run, here you can say string is palindrome. So yeah, our code is working fine. Then next data type is Python list. It is also is an ordered sequence of item. The Python does not contain array as a data type, but we contain this list. So we can use list as an array, and to present the data in array format, we have to use NumPy as a library. So in future video, we will cover that particular library as well. But here you can say this is an order sequence of item, and in the list we can store the data of different data types as well, and we can access any element in the list by using you can say index, and that list is mutable. We can change the elements of the list. So here you can say I have explained I have declared the list, and to declare the list we have to use the brackets, so that it will be the list will be declared. Then if we want to print the first character, second character, then we will use temp, and if the index number is 1, then it will be print 3 because the indexing is started from the 0. So if you want to the first element of the list, then we have to give 0. Then it will print the first item from the list. Same wise, if we want to change the third element, means we want to change the 3, we want to replace 3 with a 10. So because list is mutable, we can able to do that. If you temp 1 is equal to 10, it will be automatically replace this 3 with the 10. So here you can see I have printed the temp list 1, 10, 4, and Kunal. So we have replaced the 3 with the 10. Similarly, there is another data type is present is tuple. Tuple is same like a list, but tuple, it is enclosed in brackets, open bracket and round brackets, open round brackets and closed round brackets, and then list is mutable, but the tuple is immutable. Once we declare the tuple, we cannot change the element of that particular tuple. So here we will see, and tuple also are indexable, so we can index the tuple. So I have declared the tuple over here, and then I have printed that particular tuple. Then if you want to access the 5, then what will be used? So it is the indexing start from the 0. So second, the index for the 2 is 0, index for the 3 is 1, and index for 5 is 2. So we can print the 5 by using this indexing operation. Now, if we want to change the second element, if we want to change the 5 to 8, we can able to do that in list. Okay, but in tuple we cannot do that. if we try to do that, the Python will throw an error. So here I try to here I try to assign the second index as 8, but Python will not able to Python will not allow that, because tuple uh, tuple is an immutable data type. The next data type is an set. It is an unordered collection of unique atoms. Then it is defined by the curly braces, and it does not allow the you can say repetition of element. And the set has some operations like subtraction, union, intersection, and this type of operation we can perform. You might have set theory learned in your 10th or 9th mathematics. So the operation which we use to apply on set, we can same operation we can apply those in this Python data type as well. So we will learn all these operations, what is subtraction, what is union, what is intersection in next video. Because this is super duper important, we use this set data type in data science to for the data cleaning purpose very oftenly. So that's why we have to clear the understanding with respect to all the operation that set can perform. So here to declare the set, we can use curly braces and we can declare the variable, and we cannot repeat the same element again. So if we repeat one again, then it will throw an okay, subtraction set does not allow a repetition of element. Yeah, it will allow to define the, you can say, set in the in duplicate manner. Means here you can see I have added number of atoms which are duplicated. I will add 2 as well, to then again 4, 4 and 4. But whenever you try to print that particular set, here you can say only the unique atoms are printed, or unique atoms are stored 1, 2, 4. So here you can say that particular thing. So only unique items can stored by the set. So next data type is dictionary. This is an unordered collection of key value pairs, and this dictionary is present in key value pair format. And dictionary doesn't allow the duplication of you can see keys. So here you can see I have declared the dictionary. The Maharashtra is nothing but an key, and Mumbai is value. Same like Karnataka is key and Bangalore is value. So the syntax of this to declare the dictionary is, so syntax D1. First we have to declare the key, and then we have to declare the value. Same wise we have to declare the key, and we after that we can define the value. This can we can have different data types stored in the key value pair format. Like means if D1, D2, there is a one another you can say dictionary. Then here first key 1, and then you can declare one list as well as a value. And then if you want to create second key, and if you want to set if you want to give a tuple as a value for key 2, you can do that. So here likewise you can define the dictionary. So if you want to print the D2, you can just call this D2. So here you can see key 1 is key for 1 to 1 3 4 list, and key 2 is key for 4 5 6 you can say set. If you want to print them individually, then D2, and then here you can give key. So here sorry, not key 1. So here you can see 1, 3, 4 list is printed. Same wise, if you want to print the second key, so here you can give key 2. So here you can retrieve the 4, 5, 6 as a set. Then yeah, so that's it for my side for this session. If you have any problem or if you have any queries, you can comment down the below in comment section. We have where there I can answer your comments. So that's it. And please subscribe my channel and share my channel wherever this type of help is required. Thank you.